According to the globe model, the surface of all standing water must have a certain degree of convexity. Based on the alleged globe circumference of about 25,000 miles, the Earth must curve away from you at 8 inches per mile squared. The formula is simple and accurate over all visible distances and has been proven by engineering software. At just 10 miles, there should be a measurable curvature drop of 67 feet, 20 miles, 267 feet, 60 miles, 2,400 feet. To calculate what amount should be hidden behind the alleged globe bulge, you can use an online calculator like this one. We can prove that this curvature does not exist. For example, in this video I filmed the opposite shore 21.03 miles away. You can see both the laser source and its reflection on the water. That laser in the opposite shore should have been between 218 to 223 feet below the globe horizon. No curvature is present. At a different lake in freezing conditions, the source of this distant laser should have been 168 feet below the curvature. No curvature is present. If the Earth were a globe with a curvature drop roughly equal to 8 inches per mile squared, and the surface of the Earth and its atmosphere allegedly rotated at approximately 1,000 miles per hour at the equator, as claimed by the globe model, you'd assume those claims would be vital to NASA and the military for modeling and building aircraft. Instead, you'll see through declassified documents that government agencies and their contractors repeatedly assumed a flat and stationary Earth. For example, this NASA document assumes a flat, non-rotating Earth. Georgia Institute of Technology, on behalf of NASA, the model used is a flat, non-rotating Earth. Technical memo from the NASA Langley Research Center, flat, non-rotating Earth. NASA Technical Memorandum, flat, non-rotating Earth. NASA publication on the derivation and definition of a linear aircraft model, flat, non-rotating Earth, and flat, non-rotating Earth. NASA contractor, flat, non-rotating Earth, and flat Earth assumptions. NASA Ames Research Center, non-rotating flat Earth. Army Research Laboratory, flat Earth. Army Research Laboratory, propagation of electromagnetic fields over a flat Earth. Army Research Laboratory, a flat Earth approximation provides the best estimate. NASA Technical Paper, stationary atmosphere over a flat, non-rotating Earth. NASA Technical Memo, a non-rotating Earth. MIT Department of Aeronautics and Astronautics, flat Earth, flat Earth. NASA Memo, flat, non-rotating Earth. NASA Contractor Report, assumption based on the Earth is flat and non-rotating. NASA Technical Memo, flat, non-rotating Earth. NASA Technical Paper, stationary atmosphere and flat, non-rotating Earth assumptions. NASA Technical Note, flat, non-rotating Earth. NASA Langley Research Center, flat, non-rotating Earth. Army Research Laboratory, these equations assume a flat Earth. Even the Soviets made their assumptions based on a flat Earth. If the Earth were a ball and rotated at 1,000 miles per hour, you obviously would not see the repeated engineering assumptions that the Earth is flat and stationary. Under the globe, this point is referred to as the horizon and is marked by an X on the diagram. One can determine the distance to the alleged globe horizon in miles by taking the square root of the observer's height in feet and multiplying by 1.225, or you can simply use an online calculator like this one or this one. We can prove there is no globe geometric horizon and therefore no globe. In this test, infamously referred to as the Black Swan, with a camera height of only 1 foot, the globe horizon would have to be closer than a mere 1.2 miles. 1.2 miles would be the maximum distance to the horizon under the globe. But the closest platform on the right was 6.2 miles away, and the platform on the left was 9.4 miles away. As you can see, the horizon is miles beyond 9.4 miles, belying the globe model. In this video, with an observation height of 105 feet, the globe horizon would have to be closer than 12.6 miles. But the horizon is well beyond the third platform, that's 26.4 miles away. Again, there is no bulge and no geometric horizon. The globe fails. For this test, filmed by an engineer, the globe horizon would have to be closer than 8.2 miles. Instead, the apparent horizon is well beyond 14.6 miles. The globe fails. For this test, filmed by a PhD, the horizon would have to be closer than 2.3 miles. Instead, the apparent horizon is many miles beyond 11.2 miles. You can even see a boat further away and perspectively higher than the base of the wind turbines, proving there is no curvature whatsoever, not even an inch. The globe fails. In this video, the globe horizon would have to be closer than 1.9 miles. As you can see, the horizon is beyond the bird rack that was 11.2 miles away, proving the globe faults. Again and again, the globe geometric horizon is proven to not exist. Therefore, the globe cannot exist.
So there I was, just minding my own business, looking at Google Earth, and this big snow-covered monstrosity is staring me in the face like, why is that covered in snow? I look into Ireland and some other areas around it, Iceland. Ireland gets snow only once a year, 1 day a year. So I keep digging a little bit deeper, and I finally get underneath this cloud cover here, and a few images pop up. And I say, oh, images, what are they? Well, this is what you got, which I'm sure that looks familiar to you, right? Looks just like the pictures they give us of Mars. So I'm just kind of creeping around here and definitely noticing the same kind of undulation changes and same kind of rock, same kind of dirt. Only thing that's missing is that nice little red tint that they pay somebody $150,000 a year to put on there. But those mountains, those rocks, definitely exactly like we see on Mars. So I said, I wonder what they're doing out here. What is all this equipment for? I'm sure it can't be NASA, right? Whose orange Hummer is this? Okay, that looks like a NASA symbol. Well, let's dig a little further because I can't really see anything on here other than it certainly looks like a NASA symbol. And I can't read that. Tried. So this one here said, roving the Arctic. So what is that? Doesn't make any sense. Pop in here. See if we can find anything. Again, same kind of mountains. That looks like the same kind of water I've seen before that I thought was water on Mars. Who knows? Zoom in. What's that? Oh, nothing. Just looked like it was funny. So I'll keep kind of going through here and see if it... What the... Yeah. So... I think I found out where Mars is, guys. It's just about 1,000 miles north of me. Not quite the distance that NASA says, but I can't find anybody who's in charge of this. They must be hiding behind these rocks. Oh, no, there they are out in front of everybody, just standing there. Lovely. Clown number 1, clown number 2, and clown number 3. Yeah, this is very empty here. Oh, there's one of those ATVs. All right, now we're on to something. Oh, I got another truck. Oh, yeah, it says NASA. What's that say? Mars Project?
Kind of explain why we're not getting to see these images live. I mean, I believe the Apollo 11 landing was broadcast live. Why
now don't we have the technology to see all of this live?
Space is tough, especially whenever you're trying to show video from space.
Not everybody can be a robot polisher.
If you're looking for a launch site anywhere in the world, the ideal location is an island in the middle of the ocean.
You have to be close in order to see it. If you are not in the vicinity, you won't see it.
The actual pad is in the distance, well beyond those trees, so we'll get to see a little spark travel up through this fog.
Remote location, which, it's obviously important that it has to be here.
Wonderful spot because we have very little air and marine traffic. So
keep in mind that nobody is actually aboard the drone ship, and it's 200 miles away.
In the middle of the Atlantic.
It is in the middle of the ocean.
Cannot go near the rocket site. No one can go near it.
So we have a cool animation to show you what's going on.
I'm going to be showing you a graphic.
Be sure to follow the animation.
The animation is informed by real-time data.
So the graphic on the right, the simulation you've been seeing, the telemetry simulation, it looks like it's moving pretty slow. It makes for a pretty slow-moving simulation experience, but it is actually going very fast right now.
Still be some raindrops on the screen. That's not surprising. We have rockets. We don't have windscreen wipers, but we'll do the best we can.
And we're being as transparent as we can here.
Looks like we might have a little bit of problem with the video, but we are waiting to hear exactly what's happening.
Just a reminder, this is 200 miles away. There's no Wi-Fi, unfortunately.
we've been expecting more views, not only of the mission, but also from the launch pad.
This is a phenomenon we will expect to continue throughout the rest of the mission.
If we lose video, everything is likely still operating nominally. We just have the limit of our signal. So hope we can hold signal here.
At this point, we lost video feed of our drone ship.
Dragon is just about at the limit of the Newfoundland ground station. We're probably going to lose video shortly.
Issues with file transfers.
We lost satellite signal to the connection in the drone ship, but this is pretty normal during rough seas. It's a satellite link. It needs precise pointing.
There will still be some raindrops on the screen. That's not surprising. Unfortunately, there is not much we can do at this point.
There's a possibility we might lose the video signal for several seconds from time to time. Our team will be trying to bring the video signal back as quickly quickly as they can.
We did have a number of communications glitches.
So it is pretty tough to get a good connection, but hopefully we'll get some good data off of it.
Again, I would just ask for your patience and let us work through that process, and we will absolutely share what we can as soon as it's available.
And we've just lost signal again, we're being told, unfortunately.
We're currently in a satellite handover for the International Space Station. This happens periodically.
Behind me you can see the deep dark velvet, obscured somewhat by some beautiful smoke.
To the magic of television.
It does look like it's foggy there. It may make it a little bit difficult for us to see today's mission.
We had either forward or return link problems.
I don't think we have a reliable video for it right now, so I'm not sure if we're going to see it exactly perfectly.
And it looks like we have It's looking very, very challenging.
Exactly what we saw is exactly what you saw, and now we are done.
I love that, we've got a media team that is as excited about what we're doing as y'all are.
Tom Costello with NBC.
Kristen Fisher with CNN. The Atlantic.
Reuters. The AP. Bloomberg.
Not everybody can be a robot polisher.
Cal's live shot, if you look closely at your screen, once we punch him up, we can still see the rocket somewhere behind you there. Cal Perry clearly not ready for us to come up to him on the air right now.
Space is tough, especially whenever you're trying to show video from space.
Uh-oh. Hope we can hold signal here.
Gyroscopes. Gyroscopes are precision instruments consisting of a wheel mounted inside 2 or 3 gimbals which provide pivoting support and allow the wheel to rotate about a single axis. As the entire contraption moves and shifts angles, the gimbals move and shift accordingly, but the inner wheel never changes its angle with respect to its initial reference frame. This unique property is called rigidity in space, meaning the inner wheel maintains its orientation and axis of rotation in relation to space and not to the surface of the Earth. This means that the base of a gyroscope set in motion with its axis in a vertical position, then placed on a table for 6 hours, should rotate 90 degrees with the spinning globe Earth. As the globe turns under the gyroscope for 6 hours, the axis should slowly turn from vertical to horizontal. This experiment has been tested many times with several full-length videos available online, and never does the gyroscope's vertical axis shift whatsoever. If the heliocentric model were true, not only would the gyroscope detect the alleged 1,000-mile-per-hour spin of the globe, but also the 67,000-mile-per-hour revolution around the sun, the entire solar system's 500,000-mile-per-hour spiral around the Milky Way galaxy, and the entire galaxy's multi-million-mile-per-hour journey through the universe. Since these hypothetical motions never register on precision gyroscopes, it is clear that they, just like the spinning ball Earth they're based on, do not exist. Gyroscopes are also the technology behind inertial guidance systems and airplane artificial horizon indicators. When military jets are performing loops, barrel rolls, and other dogfighting maneuvers, the artificial horizon allows pilots to easily see their exact orientation relative to Earth without having to rely on looking out the window. If Earth was truly a sphere, by simply flying level, airplane artificial horizon indicators should show a steady decline unless pilots constantly correct their altitudes downwards so as not to fly straight off into so-called outer space. For example, a pilot traveling 500 miles per hour over a globe Earth 24,900 miles in circumference would have to descend an average of 2,777 feet, or over half a mile per minute. Otherwise, in 1 hour's time, the plane would be 31.5 miles higher than desired. In fact, if Earth was really a ball, there should be no reason to use rockets for flying into outer space, because simply flying an airplane straight at any altitude for long enough would already inevitably send you there. 6.
Is this what you're talking about right here? I got this cool app on my phone too. I like how you can zoom in and do like the 3D and look at the city and everything. But my issue is that when you zoom out and you go into outer space, this Earth that we live on turns into a cartoon. This is a cartoon now. Where's the real Earth? Oh, that's right. Space ain't a real place. That's why this camera doesn't go into outer space. In fact, I'm going to show you right now where these images come from.
It's not that they wouldn't use the magical floating satellites if they could. It's that they don't physically exist, nor does the globe. They have been sending these up one at a time since it all began. I will allow them to explain it.
It's also the genesis for NASA's newly developed super pressure balloon.
The reason for super pressure ballooning is they have absolutely stable altitude, day, night, and it doesn't matter how cold the atmosphere is. They are sealed.
So your shape is always the same, you always displace the same amount of air, and therefore you have the same amount of buoyancy all the time.
NASA's been using balloons for science research for over 30 years. The exploration that can be done on balloons is continuing to grow. The standard balloon that I fly is about 660 feet long when it's made.
So let me get this straight. It is now public knowledge that they send up satellites on massive helium-filled balloons. As you should know, NASA is the largest consumer of helium in the world, for obvious reasons. But the issue with society is that they never critically think. Just think for a second here. If these are sent up to provide the world with all of the important information we need, and I'm sure the entire process is expensive and difficult to accomplish, then please explain to me what in the flat world do these pathetic animations do for you? Do they make you happy inside? Are they so super duper cool that you cannot see past the obvious CGI? The fact of the matter is everything NASA sends up on a balloon simply hovers above our motionless Earth. That is why they rarely speak about orbiting satellites, and of course, they never show footage. Here is some footage of a random evening with a man, the moon, and his Nikon P900. Notice anything floating up there?
Forget it, Bart. It's so bright out you can't see anything in the sky except the Fox satellite.
And then every now and then these satellites come crashing down. They fall out of the sky with those helium balloons attached to them all over the world. But you don't hear about it because you likely get your information from mainstream media. And I'm going to tell you why that's a bad idea. The same people that own the news are the same people that are perpetuating this hoax, all right? If you want the truth, you got to find it yourself.